rated across the board, very dangerous, big middleweight. Fought Sergio Martinez, which many people thought he won that fight, dropped Sergio in Argentina. And it's, like Ray said, it's an event. I mean, we're very thankful that HBO is broadcasting it over here, but it's really a worldwide event. It's prime time in Europe, throughout the former CIS countries, and that's part of our strategy, is building Gennady as a global brand. And so we have to offset, his priority is definitely establishing himself over here in the United States as a star, but also globally as a star. So before I get into introducing Abel and Gennady, I wanted to recognize a couple more people in the room with us today. One of Abel's other proteges is Murat Gaziev. Murat's a tremendous fighter, and he's at the summit with Abel and sees the work ethic that Gennady has, and I think Gennady kind of rubs off on everyone else up there at the training camp. So he's a tremendous talent, and I'm sure you'll be seeing a lot more of him, especially with Abel as his trainer in the days and the years to come. What is he, 18-0 now? 19-0, and also very big puncher. And then also, more on a personal note, someone that's been with me the entire time that I've been promoting fights is Erica St. Philip. Erica started with our first event in 2004 against Corey Sanders at Staples Center, and it's been over 10 years now. And I wouldn't be where I am without her help, and she's really the right-hand person for myself. So I just want to recognize her. Getting back to the event and the game plan, I mean, a lot of people always ask me, what are the plans for Gennady? And Abel and Gennady are always focused on the event at hand. Coming up, February 21 is going to be here before you know it. Abel always comes up with the right game plan to have Gennady at his best, and always putting on a big drama show in the ring. And so I'd like to recognize someone who's been doing this a long time. In our view, Trainer of the Year for what he's accomplished. He's now another year for 3 knockouts in a row with Gennady, but also developing a lot of other fighters that he has up at the summit. Is Abel Sanchez.
Thank you for showing up. I see a lot of old friends here. It sure is nice to be in LA again. A lot of new friends too. It has been a great ride with Gennady. 2014, a little interruption, but it was a good year for us. 2015, I think it's going to get to the point where these guys stop making the excuses that they've been making and get somebody in the ring with Gennady that will not only prove to me, but prove to everybody else that he is what I've been saying he is. We started training camp 2 weeks ago. Martin Murray, to me, is a very, very good challenge. I mean, he's a guy that's gone 12 rounds with 2 elite fighters, Sturm and Martinez. So we're looking for a very hard fight, but if Gennady performs like he has been performing, we should be in for a great night. Thank you.
It's because of Abel that we had named the Rubio fight Mexican style, because he's instilled that into Gennady's style and really taken Gennady to a different level. What can I say about Gennady that we haven't said before? He's clearly, in our opinion, was the fighter of the year. I know there was a lot of debate on who it was, but when he's the fan favorite, when he wins all the fan polls as to who they thought was fighter of the year, I think that makes the biggest statement. Gennady brings new fans to the sport. Fans that came to see him fight Gil in Madison Square Garden, and fans that came to see him fight Rubio here in StubHub. I got a lot of reaction that said that it was the first time they've ever seen a live boxing event. So that's what I think Gennady, not only the responsibility that he has for his career, for his country, for his family, but also for the sport of boxing. He carries it as an ambassador. He's actually growing the sport of boxing, and that's that's what we're really excited about, and for the future, for his career. So, with that being said, the most dangerous man on the planet with the highest knockout percentage of any active champion is Gennady Triple G Golovkin.
Thank you. First, I would like to thank everything come here. It was just the support very important for me, for my career, for my fights last year. I had 3 fights last year. I was happy with my performance with my team. I had last year. I had good experiences last year. Monaco, Madison Square Garden, and StubHub Center. It was a good time for me. And the trip to Mexico City, to London, to be my new WBC belt. Oh, I had a great time. I think this year is maybe same, maybe better. I hope so. I'm training hard. My focus on Murray now. I think Artur Murray, he will be one of my biggest challengers of my career. He's strong guy, he big guy. I will be ready for him and for everyone. I think great idea for European style, for Mexican, or for Monaco, and big present for everybody. Thank you very much for my fans. Thank you very much for everybody. Thank you.
5 press conferences in 5 different countries. I think that's unprecedented. So we're really doing everything on our side that we can to build Gennady's career, and he delivers every time he gets in the ring. So it's been working out great, and we wanted to end the world tour here in Los Angeles, where Gennady is a resident now of Los Angeles, and I think you'll find a lot more fights taking place here in the city of Angels. So. With that being said, we can open up. Brandon, do you want to recognize the people?
Go ahead. If you raise your hand, you'll be recognized one at a time, please. Go ahead.
I'm happy with you. The weather has changed up in a lot. It's gotten a lot colder. Is it better for him under these type of conditions to train, or do you feel like
Well, first of all, the reason I have to leave is not because I don't want to be with you guys. It's Murat Gassiev is going to spar at 2:30 in another part of town. This is a very important press conference for us, but as Gennady understands, Gassiev has to get that sparring. The weather has changed in Big Bear, but Gennady comes from a climate and from a region that's a heck of a lot colder than we've ever seen. So I don't think it's going to bother him. He's used to the weather, so he likes running in the snow. He likes running in the summertime. He's just an athlete that just likes to work. He just wants to stay busy, and he'll deal with whatever consequence or circumstances there is at the particular time he's in camp. So there shouldn't be any reason why he's not going to be as prepared as he was in the summertime.
Robert, go ahead.
Abel, can you just share with us what challenges Martin Murray creates for you guys?
Martin Murray is a guy that's gone 12 rounds with Felix Sturm and got a draw in Germany, which tells us that maybe he won that fight, and 12 rounds with Martinez in front of 40,000 Argentinians, which, again, I think he won the fight. He's a big guy. He's a guy that maybe doesn't have the punching power that Gennady does, but he's a durable, formidable opponent that's got, 30 wins, I think, and just that one loss. So he's a guy that I know has been at that level for a long time, and is not going to be scared of anything that Gennady comes at him with. So if he comes to fight, if he comes to actually win, then I think that it's going to take a little while to get him out of there. But if he decides to put his earmuffs on, as I've seen him do in some fights, he may get beat to the body and have a quick night.
Right, go ahead.
How can Gennady improve this year? What are you working on?
You know, we try to take each training camp, and at the beginning of training camp, he and I discuss a couple of things that I want to work on different than we did in the previous training camp, just so that every training camp doesn't become a monotony. It becomes something that we're trying to work on certain facets so that when he does get to the so-called elite fighters, we practiced about everything that we need to practice to be able to beat them. I'm not going to divulge what it is that we were practicing on this one, but for the last one was trying to go to the body. We thought we were going to fight Chavez originally for the last one, so we're trying to work on blocking the body shot and countering it and making sure that Chavez understood that it was something coming back at him. So for this one's a little bit different because Martin Murray is a different kind of fighter, but we are working on different things for this training camp.
Alan, with that?
Abel, you've talked about this since you started working with Gennady. A lot of times in boxing we think it's just trainer's height, but it's hard to define. But can you tell us why you think this guy's a step above all the other hundreds of fighters that you've worked with and you've seen? What, if you can put your finger on it, what makes him that extra dimension?
Or three and a half years ago, I sent an email to Robert Morales telling him that I had the next big thing in boxing in my gym, and Robert answered me like, yeah, like you would do most trainers. Yeah, sure.
Like I did?
Yeah. You know, I've had two very intelligent fighters in my career. One was Orlin Norris, who couldn't punch, and the other one's Gennady Golovkin. Two intelligent fighters that are very skilled, that are going to make you make the mistakes that they want you to make, and then capitalize on them. That is one of his biggest assets. The other one is he continues to work in the gym to perfect the things that we are trying to do. The foot movement and the cutting off the ring that people keep talking about, that's not something that he doesn't practice. He practices that every day. In order to get better and to make sure that we can deal with the guys, the elite guys, the so-called elite guys, that's even going to have to get better. So it's just a matter of not getting complacent and making sure that we don't forget anything that we practiced in the past and continue to practice it and continue to improve.